live.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Don't mind the dog that's barking. We're good.
We're here with Ben and Kari from Hope Speaks in Uganda. And I just wanted to check in with you guys. Tell us about 2022 and what's exciting about 2023.
Yeah.
Tell us, if you could sum up 2022 in a couple of words, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say this year has been a really exciting year of regrouping and kind of bouncing back after COVID. So we were able to open up our clinics again. We were able to add another speech therapist, Ronald, and we were able to just kind of get back on track and keep providing therapy services to the kids at our clinic. And yeah, it's just been an exciting year of seeing God move and seeing God open up new doors in the ministry that He's called us to here.
Yeah, and then COVID also helped us to kind of take a step back to kind of build systems and build processes to be able to better serve and better love on the kids that God has put in our lives and the families that God has put in our lives.
Ben, tell me one of your highlights of 2022.
Oh my goodness. So we got a new speech therapist in
Woo!
2022 who joined the team and he's ready to go. We're very excited to have Ronnie on the team. And yeah, I think that has been a really great highlight. I also have two. I don't have one. Over Christmas, because of everybody that was able to give, we're able to give meals to over 200 people.
That was awesome.
Everybody got to take home a Christmas meal. So that was a really great highlight.
Kari, I'm going to guess one of your highlights was the volunteers that
Yes,
came.
that's what I was gonna say.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so after not having volunteers for 2 years because of COVID, this year we were able to welcome visitors again, and it was just so encouraging to have people come in, to partner with our Ugandan SLPs and our team here, and just to be able to provide more frequent therapy services, which was really awesome, and yeah, just fun to see things kind of get back to how they were before.
Yeah, and to get new friends as well.
Yeah.
So some of those have become our really good friends. Shout out to everybody that has been came to Uganda and helped us serve these families.
I'm not going to ask you who your favorite volunteers were because it was all of them. They were all your favorites.
They're all wonderful.
Okay, tell me, what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Yeah, this year we're excited to keep expanding our programs to launch physical therapy and possibly OT this year. And one thing I'm really excited about is continuing to develop our partnerships with the local churches near our outreach clinics. So working on coming alongside pastors, equipping them with education and tools for how they can walk alongside families with disabilities in Uganda.
Yeah, and also to better use time that parents take to come to therapy, being able to have really great, a wide array of services that they can take full advantage of while they're at the clinic. It helps to better our reach and then increase our impact as well within these families.
What is some exciting things that are coming up, I guess, in January? Like, straight off the bat, what's an exciting event that Hope Speaks is doing?
Yeah.
All right, so really huge thank you to Hope Haven in Iowa for donating 218 wheelchairs that are going to go to families that we've worked with, families in the community as well that really, really need services. Actually, this morning I got a call from one parent who we gave a wheelchair 2 years ago, and she said first of all her child outgrew the wheelchair and it's broken since, and so being able to give a free wheelchair to these families, we're really excited about that, and we're hoping that you guys will stay tuned. We will have a lot of posts on that because we're super excited to be able to do that.
We'll be doing that wheelchair distribution from January 9 to 12 at our main office here in Uganda. And we're planning to give away all 218 chairs to kids in our community and also kids who are part of our partner locations.
Tell us about some of those partners, because that's so cool about Hope Speaks partnering and networking with other disability access services. Who are some of the organizations that we're partnering with for the distribution?
Yeah, one is the Angel Center in Nansana, and then also Mukisa and Dawn.
And then Father's Heart Ministries, they are an organization that provides wheelchairs for people all around the country. They're coming alongside us. This is the second time that they're doing it, and they're really excited to come alongside Hope Speaks to ensure that we're not just giving a wheelchair to somebody that needs it, but then we're giving them a wheelchair that is
well fitted,
and tailored to the child's need.
Yeah.
And what are our ideas, thoughts, expectations around volunteers coming this year?
Yes.
What does that mean for Hope Speaks?
We are super excited that we have over 100 people already lined up to come and help out. We have a lot of grad students, or a handful of grad students who will be coming starting in January. And because of the volunteers who come alongside us, we're able to do more continuing education, professional development, and ultimately provide more therapy services and also higher quality therapy services through the training and mentorship and collaboration with universities in the U.S.
Yeah, and we're also able to go even to farther villages. I think over the summer, the furthest that we're able to go was over 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And that is because of volunteers. And so those who are coming were really excited, but then if you're on the wall, please reach out to us. Would be glad to give you information that you need. Because we're very excited. We love having volunteers who are able to come and volunteer their time and partner with us.
The statistic is that 1 in 7 people here in Uganda have a disability, and most of them don't have access to any services, and a lot of them are in hard to reach locations and hard to reach areas. So how does having more volunteers and more funding help with being able to reach those individuals who desperately need therapy?
Yeah, it just gives us more hands on the ground and more capacity to be able to split up our team, to send some people to our main outreach locations that are close to Kampala, but then also to have additional people go out a couple times each week and serve other communities that otherwise wouldn't have access. And then when volunteers come, they usually help us to do the assessments and kind of get the therapy program going, so which is the most time consuming bit. And then our therapists can pick up where they left off and continue with the therapy even after the teams go.
So cool. Like on a weekly basis, we get inquiries from people all around the country asking how they can access the services. So amazing to see that. Hopefully in 2023, we can expand services to reach them. Okay, some amazing news. We've received a $60,000 donor matching grant. What does that mean for Hope Speaks in 2023? And how can people get on board to help us take full advantage of that $60,000 matching grant? What is a matching grant for a start?
So 3 individuals and businesses have offered to donate up to $60,000. If those donations come in, they'll match it. So that means that we could raise up to $120,000 through this matching gift. So every month that you give will be doubled by these generous donors.
Yeah, it also helps us to dream. Really, coming out of COVID and how everything really, our services went down, we had to stop everything. And so with that amount of money, we're able to dream again. We're able to bring on some staff to be able to help us to continue these services. And then also it helps us to reach people that we would actually not be able to reach if we didn't have that money. Yeah. And so we're very excited. Yeah.
This year, if we receive the full $60,000 matching grant, that will set us up to hopefully be able to see over 2,000 kids in 2023.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Provide 2,000
sessions.
2,000 sessions.
Okay, so in comparison, this year we provided how many sessions?
Around 1,400.
So that's like we're almost doubling that for 2023 if we can get this double matching grant. Yeah. How many kids roughly did we see this year?
We saw around, I think it was 400 kids who came consistently throughout the year. And then more kids who would come once a month or once every couple months as they had the means to come.
So getting this matching grant means that we can serve hundreds more.
Yes,
That's amazing. Yeah. Anything that you would like to say to donors who have already given, donors who are thinking about giving?
Actually, just to add on what Kari just said, what it helps us, because a lot of times people have to choose between services. And so with this $60,000 matching donation, if people give, we're able to have more services in-house so that people don't have to travel far and wide. And then if you've lived in Uganda, you know that weather is it might look like it's gonna shine and then it rains. And so when it rains, people are not able to come to the services. And so if we can have a lot of services that they can access in-house and have it all in one place, that also helps to get those services to the people that need them.
I want to provide some context for that. Most households with children with disabilities live on less than $2 a day per
Yeah.
person. And for a mum to take the day off, whatever income generating
Right.
work that she's doing means that their family, it takes away from like nutrition, the ability to eat, pay rent, etc. And if every single day they're going to a different service, it makes it incredibly hard for these families to financially survive. So having all of those services in the same place means that our families are not just better off physically and mentally, but better off financially and more stable, better able to support their children, support their families, support their community. So that is absolutely amazing. Okay, a word to the donors.
Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who has already given. Seriously, like from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Yeah, and we couldn't thank you enough for praying, those who are praying, for people who have given, and for people who have come and spent their time here. We wish we could name drop every single one of you, but we couldn't do what we do without your support. And so we just want to say thank you so much. And we want to say that we continue to pray for every one of you. If you have a prayer request, please feel free to let us know, and we'll be glad to get our army of prayer warriors here in Uganda to lift you up in prayer as well.
And we also want to thank you too for spreading the word about Hope Speaks and the work that is going on in Uganda, and just continuing to raise your voices and advocate for people with disabilities to ensure that they have the services that they need and that they have a right to have.
So yesterday, or before people in America went to bed, we were at 25% of our goal.
Yay, that's wonderful.
Which is amazing. So we have today basically to raise $45,000. It's about $40,000 at this point. Can we do it?
I think we can. We know we can. So we pray that you guys would come alongside this wonderful job that's happening. And that you support and then share with anybody that you can.
Share the post. Reach out if you know somebody else who may be interested. Even $5, $10 goes a long way, especially when it's doubled.
Yeah, it's all doubled up until midnight tonight.
So that $40,000 essentially becomes $80,000 in Hope Speaks hands. That is amazing. Big thank you to all of our donors.
Thank you
so much, everyone.
Big thank you to everyone. We can't wait to share the amazing news of 2023 with you. Have a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
I don't know how to stop it. All right, bye guys.
Bye.